Hey, what's up, Michael? Gotta get Tommy in here. Be good to go. All right, yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, it has been a little while, Michael. It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute. I'm gonna try to start doing these every Saturday or Sunday. It's cool to hear about Breathe It Remain stuff. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey man,
How's it going, brother?
yeah, not too bad, bro. How about you?
Pretty good, man. I'm just gonna do a quick audio test to make sure I can hear you and I can hear myself on the broadcast.
Yeah, all good.
I can hear you and I can hear myself on the broadcast.
Yeah, all good.
Okay, cool. All right, man. Awesome. Thanks for coming back, man. I think we did one like about a year ago or so, didn't we?
Yeah, sometime around then.
Yeah. Man, I just watched your teaser for the season two, which I'm guessing
Yeah,
all involves the MC Soldiers Club.
yeah, man. It's
Yeah, some good looking stuff, dude.
I appreciate it. It was pretty fun to do in game. It's
Yeah,
good shit.
I bet. Hey, what's up, Zal? Zal, yeah, he was. I don't know if I can. I guess I can speak on that. It's been 48. It's been over 48 hours. I think that's the rule, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I think Zal was part of your group too, wasn't
yeah, yeah. He was the leader, Andreas.
he? Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, good.
I wanted to jump back, man. Your videos have been quality's been up the quality, dude. Like you can't be using Share Factory still, right?
You'd be surprised actually the stuff you can do on it. I
What?
um, I mean, some things I've branched out to other editing shit, but you can do quite a lot on it to be honest. I make most of my stuff on it, but yeah, just try to keep improving, make some good content for the server.
Damn. So was that last video you did, the season two teaser? Was that done with Share Factory?
Most of it, yeah. I got
Damn.
music from different places, sound effects, stuff like that, but most of it was just comprised of Share Factory shit.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know you could cut the screen like that to where you could and do all. Yeah, man, you're a wizard or something on there, bro.
Yeah, it's took a lot of learning to do it.
Oh, yeah. Savage Rampage, what's up, buddy? Um, so I remember this motorcycle club idea. I kind of remember you talking about it like maybe a year ago or so, but I don't think it ever happened. And then
Yeah, I was thinking about it for a long time before actually doing it. Just a little idea.
Hmm. This has kind of been in your back pocket a while then, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was just like a little one-off idea I had, and then one day I was talking to Zaul, and I brought it up, and me and him actually got it going. Started to work it out.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, what initially was it just like you and Zal, and then you kind of like organically picked up some people in the prologue, or did you get like a little group?
Um, we thought about it. We thought, eventually we decided it'd be the best idea to gather a bunch of people before, so we had the numbers, and then that way we could have like sort of, add to the lore of the club, a better backstory. You know, yeah, I'd been thinking of the club for a while, but I got to give a lot of credit to Zaul because he worked out a lot of the technical stuff, like different aspects of the lore and working everything out really, getting
Hmm.
everybody up for it. So, big props to him for that.
Yeah, that's dope. Did you kind of sit out to be like a? Because the reputation I got from in game, at least out of the prologue, was that you guys were. Everybody was like, "Yeah, watch out for the bikers. You know, them guys are bad. You know, like not like bandits, but they're just like assholes." And then kind of met you guys in game, and I was like, "Nah, I mean, I guess everybody, everybody's got a villain. You know, you're always somebody's villain, but
Yeah.
you guys seem pretty cool. I mean, I only spent a little couple minutes, but did you have like did y'all have a vision like we're gonna be dicks or?
Well, I think it wasn't so much that we were gonna be bad guys per se. People sort of made us into that. It was more just, we're not just gonna take stuff from people because that's not what the MC was about. It's not what our characters were about. We were never really, and like we were antagonistic to a lot of people, but one thing that we always specified with people in game was that the bikers always had a reason for doing stuff to people. Depending on what that reason was, maybe it was justified, maybe it wasn't, but they never did stuff without reason. It depends what someone did. It could have killed one of their members. Then it's serious stuff, or maybe they just made a snarky comment towards the bikers. But they always had some justification for their actions, although sometimes they went a bit too far.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, something like that rooftop. Y'all held like a little community rooftop fight in the prologue, and I want to say his name was Arkansas or Tex. He had a cowboy hat. That dude was really like playing it, like, oh, you guys up here fighting, like he was. He was.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. I think his name was. Did he have like a denim jacket on?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. His name was also Tommy, actually.
Oh
Um,
wow, Clash of the Tommies.
yeah.
Yeah, but nah, like yeah. And I was thinking, well, that's gonna be fun, but I think that dude died in the prologue.
Uh, yeah, yeah, he ended up dying. I honestly couldn't tell you how that happened. He just went away for a bit.
Yeah.
But when he was around, he was I'd never RP'd with the guy before. I'm not sure if he's new to the server or what, but he was pretty good at what he did, to be honest. Especially towards the end of our little interactions, as they're both Tommies. He was pretty good. Gotta hand it to him.
Yeah, that was pretty intense on the roof. I was like, man, this guy's about to get killed or
Yeah.
something. um, how long? I want to say, yeah, it's been way over 48 hours since Tommy died.
Yeah.
What lit up to that? What was like? Cause I was in Mog, whatever.
Yeah, Mogilevka.
Yeah, but
Yeah, yeah.
and I heard about it there, and I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, but it was pretty. I mean, you created a big enough group and character to where just some random people you don't even know are talking about. Oh yeah, you hear what happened to Tommy? And I was like, Tommy
Yeah.
from the MC. Like, yeah, somebody's hit him in the face with an axe.
Hmm. A lot of things led up to it, I guess. at that point in the story, the MC was sort of fractured, I guess you could say. There was a lot of internal stuff going on
Hmm.
to real good story stuff, real good role play, but I think the stuff that led up to Tommy's death. The reason why I kind of like the way he died, honestly. I think it was good for his character because you know it would have been good for Tommy to die to someone who like he had a rivalry with or someone that he was actively fighting, but Tommy ended up just dying to people that he barely even knew. I think
Mm.
it works because Tommy was never fully aware of, you know, the ripples in his actions, the consequences of what he'd done. So like at all those times that he did stuff to people in prologue, he just never thought it would come back and bite him. But then he goes to a community full of people he's barely even met, and he paid the price for it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I see what you're talking about, like that ripple effect. Like some stuff had just
Yeah,
piled up and pissed off somebody that pissed off somebody else, and
yeah.
yeah. Um, the retaliation. I mean, I'm not trying to jump the gun because I'm sure you got a lot of footage that you're gonna be wanting to use. Cause
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously, I wasn't there for any of what happened afterwards, but I can tell you that
yeah,
Tommy's death definitely didn't go unnoticed by what I've heard.
yeah. Because it was that same day. I was actually in town, and somebody's like, "Hey, we get a car. You want to come trade?" I was like, "That that sounds fishy." Then like an hour later, everybody's dead.
Yeah, it was crazy. I remember just I was RPing as one of my new characters, and I just see God knows how many people pop up in the deaths chat. I was like, oh, okay, that happened.
Yeah, yeah. That was a good. Are you gonna collaborate? Because I think what does Zal have that footage?
Savage Rampage currently.
Savage
He's
Rampage.
been carrying that story forward.
Gotcha.
I
Are you gonna like,
mean,
because I seen some of that footage in one of your videos that showed like the revenge
yeah,
from
yeah.
his perspective.
Well, I'm obviously going to keep doing what happens to Tommy leading up until his death, and then after that, what's most likely going to happen is I think me and Savage Rampage have been talking, and he's probably going to start making his own videos based on what happens from his character Javier's perspective, like all the events that lead up to, the revenge for Tommy. So keep a lookout for that. He's pretty good at editing. I gotta give it to him. He's a very good role player. You know, I've only been RPing with him for a couple of months now, but he's very good at what he does. I gotta give it
Oh,
to him.
Savage Rampage.
Yeah, yeah,
Gotcha.
real great guy.
K98 in the chat says, "Oh my God, I know him." Um,
K98, poor guy. He was one of the people that died on the rooftop. His
oh,
character
the
Charlie.
fist fights.
Yep.
Yeah, that one fist fight, man, was like the best in-game like role play Daisy fist fight I've ever seen.
Yeah, there was a lot of good fights that came from the Fight Club. It was
Yeah.
uh, it was just a one-off thing that we started in the beginning just because we got a bit bored of everything going on, but yeah, we just kept it going in the end. We only stopped doing it after one of the club's prospects died because it wouldn't have made sense to keep on doing it after we lost a person to the Fight Club.
Mm,
So
yeah.
it was good development for our characters.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, got a chance for a lot of people to kind of gather around, see what you guys are about too. So like, how long? So if you're doing most of this stuff on Share Factory, like, what is your like, how many hours are you putting into like a 20-minute video? You know what I mean? Or
20-minute video. So most of the old soldiers videos I can get done relatively quickly. When I used to make videos, like a 20-minute video probably would have taken like, you know, not, wouldn't have done it all at once. I would have done it for a little bit, taken a break, finished it. I was a bit slow at what I did back then. Like I'm not amazing at editing, you know. I try my best. I definitely improved. Taking, you know, making a 20-minute video now, start from scratch, all in one go, probably takes about 2 hours to make. You know, if you want to get it perfect, as good as
Yeah.
I can do at least.
No, I mean they're pretty good. You're like the music. What are you doing? Like in like a USB drive and putting that on there, or?
Yeah, you just get it off your laptop and you copy files and shit, all technical stuff, and you just get it on there. The, it's a lot better than using the stuff that Chef Factory gives you.
Yeah.
Music's a bit, but yeah, it's all about improvement, I guess. A lot better from when I started.
Yeah, you started making videos after it was like after Kenny, I think.
Yeah, just after Kenny. Mainly
Yeah.
started with one of my characters, Dean Ford.
Yeah.
Had a lot of stuff after that.
Yeah, I wish you had some footage of Kenny. That was a pretty cool character. I remember hearing he got beat to death with like a baseball bat, didn't
Yeah, Kenny had a real brutal death. It's similar to Tommy in a way, I guess. Just
he? I
got
know.
kidnapped by a bunch of strangers and yeah, paid the price. Good character though, and I enjoyed RPing.
Yeah, Dean Ford was good too. Remember you had a video where you got shot in the legs, I think, and
Yeah, yeah,
you kind of sold that for a while. I think your character was just kind of crawling for a while for a while.
yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's good to see people that are like really reacting to stuff because you know sometimes you'll be in game. I don't know if this has happened to you, but like somebody gets shot and they're just like, ah, ow.
Yeah, that's happened to me quite a bit. Obviously, I won't name names, but like when you're RPing and you're with someone and you see them like get shot in the knee or something and they just don't react at all, it's not the best look. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Obviously, like for some people, you can't be loud, you know, shit like that. Maybe you've got other people living with you and stuff, but even if it's
Oh
just like
yeah,
the slightest bit of reaction, it's better than nothing, you know?
yeah,
You gotta like try sell it as much as you can.
right,
Keep the
yeah,
immersion up.
yeah. No, you're very reactive to stuff. Um, so what has been? Do you have like a favorite character you've done so far?
That's
Kind of
hard, that's hard.
yeah, because I guess they all get like different little moments and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I mean, out of all my characters, I'd say I count my favorite character as the one that I both enjoy playing the most and the one that I can talk the most about. You know, the most stories that came from that character. And for that, I'd probably have to say I did one in No Man's Land called Zakar, and you know, did all. I don't. Were you around for No Man's Land, or have
N-
you?
no, I skipped that one. PlayStation was
Yeah, it was
broke.
interesting iteration.
Mm.
Um, I
I was
wasn't such a big fan of it in the beginning, but I came around. It was real good stories in the end.
I was there for the prologue, a little bit of it. That was Livonia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. K98 says Josh Wood and Zal said Zekar. I might be Zekahar. I'm saying that wrong.
Yeah, Zakar. It was, it was a good character. I enjoyed playing him. He had a. I think he to date he is my only character that I've started at the beginning of main iteration and
Mm.
played through up until the very end. I think that aided a lot of stories that he had. You know, he went through a lot.
Yeah. Michael says last generation was fun. Sadly, I missed the second half. Yeah, yeah, I missed out on that. Zal. Um, Fedor made man what he was.
Yeah,
Man, I
in the very
can't.
beginning, a
Yeah.
highlight group of No Man's Land definitely was the prison. I don't know if you heard much about it, but like it was it was a good group. It didn't last all too long, but it was
Hmm.
a very good premise, you know, like a prison still trying to keep active, keep inmates and mental patients and stuff inside, even with like everything going on. But It was very good. Zhao played a very good character that iteration. He was like the warden of the prison.
Oh,
He sold
nice.
it pretty well. One of his best characters that he's ever made, I think.
Yeah, I was there for the initial planning or whatever of that, but then PlayStation deceased. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe it's a sign. Take a little break. You ever get like fatigue, Daisy fatigue, or
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, I got a bit of that when Tommy died. Like, I had a character, but it didn't really feel the same, I just wanted to take a little break from it all. And, I've got some ideas now of what I'm gonna do next, but, yeah, I get what you mean. I've had that quite a bit. Like,
yeah,
every couple of characters, you get a bit bored of stuff. Want to take a little break from it all.
yeah, especially after you put a lot of time and I think you put a lot of time in the Tommy. And what did you think? Did you like that? I liked the. I'm glad they did it this way, but finally they took the prologue and instead of starting like a new server like they usually do, they just you know let the rest of
Yeah,
the map open up, and that was the.
I think, yeah, I think that was great. Cause for my character at least, Tommy had a lot of character specific, character important items on him. Like K98, I had his character's cat, like baseball cap from when he died.
Mm,
And yeah, I could have got that back if new server started, but it makes it all more, it just makes it better, if you still have
yeah,
the stuff on you.
yeah. You don't want to be running around looking for a rider jacket either, like on your
Exactly.
after you've
They were
already
hard
got.
enough to find in prologue in the beginning, so
All right.
glad we managed to keep them.
Yeah, it's a lot easier not to starve to death too when you got like a full server on the launch day.
Yeah, definitely.
You're already, packed up, got your stuff. Yeah, I hope that moving forward, I hope that's the way prologues are from now on. It's just like they just open up the rest of the map and boom, that's it.
Yeah, I think they'll keep it like that. It's a good way of doing things. Keeps stuff moving. You don't have to spend as much time just looting up.
Hmm. So didn't you come from I'm having trouble remembering the name. I wasn't in the server, but the same one that Lek came from.
Lonely Roads?
Yeah, 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 that's it.
Um, Sort of half and half, I guess. I mean, I was there for a little bit, but I don't know. I joined We That Remain like a long time before, but yeah, funny story. Back then, the whole application process was a lot longer than it is now. So
Hmm.
I had a bit of trouble getting in the first few attempts, but yeah, eventually it was like I think there's like 30, 35 different questions and stuff like that.
On the right
It
little
was
essays and stuff.
yeah, it was a lengthy process, but yeah, worth it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. What's your take like on where We the Remain is now versus kind of like when you first came in?
well, I think overall it's the gameplay, the stories. It's better. I mean, as it should be. It's staff teams has tried their hardest to improve from where we've been before, and I think they have done that. Making stuff better. Like you wouldn't have seen all the custom locations, all the lore documents, all these, upgraded events back in say 3.0, early Contagion. But now you have all this stuff, and I think they've done a very good job of it. Obviously, there's problems, in my opinion, but there will always be problems with different things like that. But overall, I think it's a lot better than it was, you know, as it should be.
Yeah. No, I agree for sure. Um, I saw a picture in media the other day that somebody took of the downtown area in Cherno, and it didn't even look the same.
Yeah, you know, Lek and coding team, they put a lot of effort into it. You got to commend them for it.
Yeah.
Can't be easy.
It's got that kind of Last of Us feel vibe going.
Yeah.
Just off topic, have you watched that yet on HBO, or have you got any interest in that, or?
Yeah, I've watched the first couple episodes. Yet to finish it, but yeah, it's good so far.
Yeah, nice. Yeah,
Good stuff.
I think it's probably the best video game adaptation since Street Fighter.
Yeah, definitely. They don't have the best reputation video game adaptations, but
Nah,
it's good.
they always manage to screw it up.
I
They
mean,
just follow the game.
they've done Last of Us pretty good. Honestly, I'd love to see like sort of maybe like a live action Red Dead 2 show would be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be
You
dope.
know, West and shit like that.
Yeah, I almost like the show Last of Us better than the game itself. It just seems more realistic in terms of like I'm not gonna spoil anything for you. Just it would be
Yeah,
weird
yeah,
if you were like fighting people, random people every 20 minutes, I guess, or it would turn into like
yeah. I
a
get you.
shootout dodge fest. And man, yeah, DayZ's had a lot of updates since I start playing again.
Yeah, they added so much new stuff. I mean, the new update they're releasing soon looks amazing. With they've got some new clothing items, crossbow, all the
Oh yeah,
medieval shit as well. Looks really cool.
yeah.
Gives a lot of
Did,
ideas for what you can do.
right, yeah, that's new characters right there.
Exactly.
Would you is that something you would be interested in? Just like role playing out a group that felt they were like medieval, like they like had maybe like collective hysteria where they all thought they were like, in the medieval ages and everybody was
I
rocking
mean,
saying like thy sir and like talking like that.
I mean, I don't spoil anything, but I have had some ideas. Have to see what happens in the future. But I'm a big fan of unique groups that haven't been done before, because obviously you get like the survivor groups, communities, looking to be a safe haven, and I think that's great. You need that, like in the server, but in like excessive amounts, it just gets a bit stale, in my opinion. That's why me and Zell wanted to do the MC because no one's done it before, as far as I know. So I wanted to
Yeah.
be unique like that, bring something
Yeah.
different, and I think we accomplished that pretty well.
Hmm. Yeah, it always seems like um Lucas says we already have a knight character. Hmm,
Really?
I'd like to meet that person. Michael, I was just about to ask if anyone has heard about that. Yeah, that knight armor and the crossbow, man. Being able to craft your own bolts too. That's or arrows. That's gonna be.
Yeah, that seems sick. It's a
That's
good way of
yeah. Oh yeah, dude. That's gonna be like a different Daisy altogether. Like a new way to
yeah.
play almost. You can just like stealth it out without
It's gonna be
ammunition.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Probably gonna see a lot of Daryl Dixons in the first half of the new iteration, but
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
for sure.
it is what it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Living up in the woods with a tent and a crossbow. Yeah, yeah.
Man, it's a cool addition. I never thought they'd add the crossbow because they always, talk about those stuff in the files like that, but
Mhm.
never thought they'd actually do it. But it's really cool that they are. Adds a whole new element,
Yeah.
not just using guns and stuff.
Yeah, I'm curious if that's gonna be like a hit shot, one shot for zombies, or that's gonna be badass, man.
Of course,
K98 says we need a bus. It would have been cool if we had some bikes for MC.
bikes would be amazing. A bus would be cool. I don't know how
Yeah,
practical it would be, but it would hold a lot of people, so
yeah.
it'd be pretty cool. I think a lot of new vehicles would be very good because we got the truck, the car, the Humvee.
Have you
It's pretty good variety.
have you used the Humvee yet?
Um, Back in No Man's Land, my group got it at the very end, and we got some good use out of it. And then we tried to get one in this iteration, but glow plugs they seem to be one of the rarest things in the server right now, so
Yeah,
didn't manage to, but got
I
some good
heard.
use out of
Yeah,
it.
right. I think they're like indestructible, pretty much. I think they're like bulletproof. I think, right?
Yeah, they're very good. I think obviously like anything else, they get broken, but a
Mm,
lot better armor stats than the car, from what I've
yeah.
seen.
I thought about doing a Batman character, like during the day, he'd just be like your regular Joe. Then at night, I would have like a Humvee and like a bunch of like a
If I'm
knockout
if I'm like with my
shelves.
group sitting around a campfire, I just see some guy rolling in his Humvee screaming that he's vengeance. That's
Right?
something the server needs, bro.
Yeah. If I just don't have time to get all that like high tech stuff, like because I would need like night vision goggles, the Humvee, some like fancy weaponry to where you would just knock people out with instead of like, killing
hmm
them. But yeah, I mean, if you have any interest in playing like Alfred kind of guy, we can talk about that later.
Yes, sounds like a cool idea. Have to work things out about it.
Mike Lucas says apparently the chainmail armor has decent armor stats. Can't wait to see a Juggernaut dressed in chainmail. What would be a Juggernaut? Like a type of zombie?
Um, I think it'll be cool to see someone just run into a firefight and just full chainmail armor, giving absolutely no shits.
Yeah, right. Lucas says just join a group with Habit and he'll get you everything. Yeah, dude's
Wouldn't
dude's a
doubt it.
workhorse.
Bro, I mean, yeah, I mean, so far the iteration, it's, from what I've seen, it's off to a good start. You get some slow starts and iterations, and I've definitely seen that. But
Mm.
so far, things are going pretty good. All the different groups, they seem pretty unique so far. There's some good stories unfolding as well. Um,
Oh yeah,
and yeah,
it's always usually about medium to or to high when I
yeah.
when I get a
Server
good on.
pop's definitely improved past couple months, years. I mean, back in Contagion, Livonia, you'd see like 10 people on, like prime time Saturday night. But
Right.
yeah, it wasn't the best. But
Yeah, you always ended up role playing with the same people. Now it's like I don't know if you can speak like you were just talking about earlier with that other Tommy guy. But that
mm,
was a guy you never role played with before, and
yeah,
worked real well
exactly.
off of each other. But there's a lot of new people I've seen that I've never seen before, and I sometimes I mean I don't know how long they've been here, but it's like damn, it's nice to mix it up.
Yeah, a lot of new people is always good. New potential and shit like that. I mean, the server, obviously not everybody plays, but 7,400 people. That's a good number. You're in 500 now. Like everybody may not play, but at least you get decent pop most of the
Yeah.
time. A lot of
Hmm.
different faces. You're not just talking to the same people over and over again.
Yeah. Did you see the what did you think about that event? I think I saw I think I saw the MC gang there when they had the scientists were running tests in the prologue in front of that church on that I think it was they said it was like a cop or something they got from down south, but then he
Yeah,
tested
yeah.
negative. Yeah.
From I'm not sure if I was there for that event. I think I was. I'm not too sure, but if it's the one I'm thinking, I probably wasn't, but I heard a lot about it. Wasn't it like they were like testing people to see if they were infected and stuff? And
Yeah, they had
somebody was infected.
I think they were using the heartbeat that defibrillator. Yeah.
Yeah, that is sounded pretty cool. Different. I
Yeah, for
think
sure.
something that I'm glad they're not doing anymore is when I think they always used to make everything a bit too military with the prologues and stuff. Like
Hmm.
all the NPCs were just like military factions and shit. But this prologue, they've definitely switched it up. Doing shopkeepers, shit like that. Police officers being brought back. I think
Yeah.
they've improved a lot from the first ever prologue back in Gorka because that was that was something.
Oh yeah,
But
man, that was insane. You couldn't
It
even like
definitely,
hear if you walked through Groko next to the police station.
yeah,
It was
definitely changed for the better though.
like 1,000 voices going on at once. Yeah, that new whisper mechanic too. It's a lot easier to, you know,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Yeah.
You can have conversations a lot better now. There's
Hmm.
somebody in your ear 24/7.
Yeah, you ain't gotta run like 200 feet away just to talk to somebody.
I
Yes.
mean,
So has this been your? Go ahead.
oh no, don't worry. What are you saying?
Nah, has this been like your favorite prologue then?
Yeah, by far, I'd say. Maybe it's the character that I've been playing, but as well as that, like, just everything that's been going on. I think it's a lot more. I feel like some prologues, they were a bit like, there wasn't all that much to do in them. There wasn't an insane amount, because you had the occasional event with, like, military faction and shit like that. But overall, especially with, like, in old prologues, ammo was very prevalent, so it just led to some unnecessary deaths. In
Mm-hmm.
this prologue, I loved what they've done with, like, they've changed the events up a lot, changed the format, the structure, and the NPCs, like I said before, and the introduction of, like, very scarce ammo has been very
Yeah.
good as well, because it added a lot more danger to starting stuff with someone. Like, one of the MC members, died in a fight that we had because we were using melee weapons. It's a lot more risky doing that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have a gun to protect you, you can play it a lot smarter. But with melee weapons, you just got to go in for the kill and try not to die. So
Yeah.
I think it added a
Mm-hmm.
lot more.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree with that. So you got more of a calculated risk too when you're thinking about.
Yeah,
Wow, they got two guys. You know, baseball bats. You're only one guy. It's not gonna. It's not gonna work.
exactly. Some
Yeah.
stuff has been going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
It did feel a lot more
yeah,
riskier without the ammo.
yeah. You gotta, they slowly started introducing it, and I like that aspect as well. Like, you could try and get some, and then eventually towards the end, like, mostly everybody had ammo, but it was still like, even though everybody had it, not everybody had a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, depending on what ammo type you were looking for, the more scarce, the more rare it got.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice aspect. I've been wanting to do an ammo list in the suggestions. I've always suggested an ammo-less iteration for a while, but
That would be interesting. I mean,
it might be able to happen now with a crossbow.
yeah, it could do. I'm
Uh,
not. It could work. I'm not too sure. I mean, I think maybe an iteration where the ammo was as scarce as it was in Prologue could work as well, because maybe the ammo's there, but it's not as easy to come by as it is right now.
hmm.
I think they've done a good job with the loot pool this iteration, but ammo's always going to be easy to find if you just go there at the right time, the right place. You can get basically everything you need
Yeah.
from what I've seen.
Oh yeah, no, I like the loot pool. Like I said, it's got that Last of Us vibes. It's like when you find something that's damaged or you're like the small things matter. Like I think I found a roll of duct tape the other day, and I was like,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
not with leather sewing kits. Always trying to find one, especially when I was Tommy. Trying to get all that stuff for leather jackets and shit. It
Oh,
was
that must have been a pain in the
a
ass, man.
chore. Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause you had like at least four of your guys decked out in rider jackets, right?
yeah. I mean, in the beginning, we prioritized higher ranked members, and then eventually we get everyone.
Hmm.
But yeah. So,
We got a clown in the chat named Pat that says boom.
Power BP, what a
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. think he was part of that right of the MCs.
Oh yeah.
Boom. I have a question, mate. Why pick Bear the Welshman for a podcast?
I gotta love Power BP.
Yeah.
Okay. Played a good character in the MC. I didn't get to RP much with him due to just being on at different times, but it was fun. He tends to make good characters. I mean, he had a really good one, Last Iteration, Lashy. You know, it
Mm.
didn't get to live too long, but it's good while it lasted. I think there's a lot of people I feel in We That Remain don't get the credit they deserve for some of the stuff that they do. I mean, like I
Yeah.
said before, yeah, I can name a bunch of people that just. I think it all depends on how long you've been around for. You open up more and do more stuff. I think it's good to see new people coming in, making big stuff and stuff like that. I mean, I Savage Rampage, he's been around for I don't know if you're coming back to him obviously, but like he's been around for 1 or 2 iterations, but he's already, in my opinion, one of the best RPers on the server, as well as just half the people I meet now. I mean, I think the RP from an RP perspective, it's definitely improved in my opinion from how
Mm.
it was,
Mm.
because you'd have a lot of people coming in not really knowing what to do in a sense. But I think with, you know, how we've laid it out for people in the Discord, it's very easy to pick up now, and then people just keep on improving, and it just gets better and better, leading
Yeah.
to, a better experience for everyone.
It'll be interesting to see Savage do some videos too. So he was talking about getting into that.
Yeah, yeah, he's a good story maker. I can't wait to see what he comes up with. I'm enjoying his character right now, seeing what's happening to him. Can't wait to
Mm.
see more.
Yeah, we need some more media to absorb.
Yeah, yeah, I've noticed that slowed down recently. I know Guts used to make a lot of good stuff. I think he's coming back with something real soon. Excited to see that.
Yeah, it's pretty much just been you and Guts the last, and some Shifty Animal
Yeah,
for the last year or so. It feels like.
yeah, it'd be good to see some new people rise up, see what they can make.
Oh, for
But
sure.
yeah, just gotta wait and see, I guess.
Mm.
Always good to see new people making new projects, stuff like that, sharing their character stories. You know how it is.
Yeah. K98 says, "Oh my God, Bear, I'm a fan. Can you sign my baby's forehead?"
Damn, any day, K98.
He's got you, buddy. Just Chad, have any questions for Bear? I didn't know what the I didn't know what to call you, Bear, or the new hairless mama.
That's fine. That works.
Yeah, 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 man. It's interesting to see how much it's evolved since I think I joined it like 2 years ago. Yeah, it's came a long way. Dank Dank, I think Dank Dank came the owner pretty recently, didn't
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I remember back in Lonely Roads before he had any of like the roles he did, just RPing with him.
he?
He's
Hmm.
a he's a great RPer from what I remember his character back then. Christian, I think his name was. It was yeah, it was
Yeah,
good shit. And I think he's one of the best people for the job, honestly.
yeah. I think he was running around. I think I met the Christian character. He was running around with a girl named Nadia. I think.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
K98 says, Bear, what do you think of James' death last generation?
James, right. So background knowledge, boom. James was a character. He was a part of we had this like community last iteration. It was comprised of a bunch of escaped convicts from the prison group, right? And sort of just giving safe haven to people. And there was this guy named James that came in, and he was sort of like what's the word for it? in a basic sense, he was trying to take over the community, all right? Sort of like
Mm.
the antagonist for this place that we've been building up, and that all came to a head in this like fight that we had,
Was it like a
and it
hothead
ended.
or?
Yeah, yeah, sort of the community. It was led by it got more leaders in the end, but in the beginning it was me, my character Zakar, and one of Chaos Theory's characters, Father Wojtek, and he James K98's characters James didn't really like that, so his whole idea was to stop that, take over, and build up everything he had.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, it all came to a head in this climactic fight that we had, and it ended with so over the past couple of weeks, James had been talking, having conversations with one of Savage Rampage's characters, Conrad, and he was trying to get Conrad to turn on Zakar and me and Chaos and help him take over the community. But obviously, Conrad's allegiance to Zakar was stronger, and James ended up dying when Conrad threw a grenade through a window of a house that James was in,
Ooh.
blowing him up and ending that storyline.
Yeah, that's a good death.
Yeah, it was a good story to be honest. I mean, I think that's what it needed. You know, we needed a little antagonist to spice things up, and I think K98
Yeah.
played a very good one. You could see where his character was coming from, though. You could see his motivations,
Mm.
why he did what he did, and Savage Rampage coming in clutch with the grenade.
Yeah. Dude went out with a went out with a bang. So was he just
Yeah,
like
definitely.
power hungry, or he had like some legitimate like gripes or like motivations
I'd
to?
say James sort of had. I mean, I can't speak well for him. It's Tom's character, but I'd say that James he almost had a problem with leadership at the community. He wanted to do things his way, I guess, and yeah, it went the way it did.
Kind of
But
blew
it's
up
a
in
good
his
character.
face, right?
Yeah, wouldn't have had it any other way though. It was
Yeah. Yeah.
good acting. That's above all else.
Nah, man, that's a good way to grenade. Grenade depths are the best for role play.
Yeah, it was
My most not
good
to
shit.
like not to plug myself here, but my most viewed roleplay video went out by grenade.
Yeah, man. What character was that?
Chuck. It's basically
Chuck.
it was like Norman, but it was before We the Remain. It was on a different server.
Right. I remember Norman. He was part of the hotel, wasn't
Yeah, yeah,
he? Yeah, I remember that, bro. I remember watching your death video. Shit was crazy.
yeah, man. A lot of people get jealous, I guess, and just had to take him out. You know, that's the way it goes, bro. Let's see. Pat says, "What do you think of barely working?" That's
Barely working.
that name sounds. He's a role player,
Yeah,
right?
Tross Moss. What a guy. Yeah, I think he's cool. He seems to have an addiction to dying mostly. I mean, I think if anybody had to have the most deaths in the server, it would probably be him.
Even more
Um,
than Joella.
I think I think it'd be a close tie, but I think
Yeah,
he'd still win. Honestly, Danger Boom, are you aware of what the term mossing is? Do you know what
mm-mm.
mossing means?
Mossy, no.
So it's a little thing that the We That Remain community is made up, and Retros Moss or Belly Working, as other people know him, he's coined the term because he likes to do a little thing with basically all of his characters where he'll get really, really close with someone, and then he'll stab them in the back so hard that it either ends with him or the person he's betraying dying. And that's why it's called mossing. So, yeah, a little lesson for you there.
Mm.
But,
So,
overall, I think he makes some good characters. Maybe,
right.
hopefully this character he's playing there stays alive a bit longer,
Yeah.
but we'll have to see.
I got like this inner conscious in my head now that if I run into him in game and we get friendly together, I'm just gonna be constantly like looking over my shoulder.
Watching your back, as you should.
Oh. Uh, Pat always says Leshy's death was very good. Boom. Do you know who Leshy is? Or what he's referring to?
Actually, yeah, back in No Man's Land as well. A lot of No Man's Land references today.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, he was a good, cool character. He was part of another group before he joined my little thing. Well, he never actually got to join. I think he was like 1 day away from officially being inducted, and then we got into a massive fight. It was a really cool climactic battle. It was the battle that cost us one of our leaders, Chaos Theory, and we were going up against, you know, bunch of uh, bunch of people up at these apartments in Sitnik, and lost a lot of people.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of cool shit went down though. One of my people got a grenade thrown down at him. I think he picked it up and threw it back up at the people, and then they
Damn.
died. Some good shit.
That's pretty ballsy. Way paid off.
Yeah.
Do you got some you got some footage of that one?
Yep. I managed to sneak a little bit of it into some of my videos back in the day.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta catch up, man. I think I got about a good 6 month gap on some of your videos there.
Yeah. I've tried to improve what I've done most of the time. I think the big like step in quality for me, at least in my opinion, was like No Man's Land. I think after No Man's Land, I definitely improved a lot, at least
Yeah,
with the way I edit things and the way I did things.
yeah, you're riding a different beast, and that's for sure. Because I remember last time I was watching your video, and then like I said, I had like that 6 month gap, and then I started watching the MC stuff, and I was like, damn, man, he's got like some professional software.
Yeah.
And then you're like, nah, it's Share Factory. It's like kind of envious now. It's like, wow. It's just,
Yeah, what can I say? I mean, I think because I play on PS5, I think if I was on PS4, it would definitely be a lot harder because I can't remember, I never really used to clip stuff on PS4, but I do remember the whole clipping thing was a bit weird the way that you did it. On PS5, you can just like start and stop and shit like that. It's a lot more open.
mm.
And PS5 Share Factory, I think, is a bit different from PS4 Share Factory, the way you can edit things and stuff. So
Oh, okay. So it's like a
I think,
different
yeah, it's like
program.
an upgraded version.
Okay,
It adds a lot more stuff you can do. So I think that's why I'm able to do a lot more than I would do on PS4.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's still a lot of work figuring out what the hell. Uh, they're really well made and put together, especially the editing. I like the little intro too, that always shows like little still shots at a window, and you got like a couple pigs chilling.
Yeah, yeah, I
Uh,
like to include shots like that. Because you could just start off the video with shit happening, but I like to add a cinematic element to it. Like, I don't just want to showcase what's happening. I want to sort of tell a story. That's why I do I do my videos in an episodic format, and like, with their own titles and everything. I like to make it more dramatized than just adding the clip and hitting upload.
yeah. How many videos do you think, or how many videos or footage do you think you're gonna get to before we see the end of Tommy's story?
Um, right now, the
Rough.
way the amount of footage I have, I'd say there's probably, if they're all like 20 minutes long, proper edited videos. I don't like to drag things out too long. I like to make it watchable, if you get what I mean, because
Hmm.
I could upload a 40-minute unedited clip, but no one's really gonna sit through all of that. I like to be able to make it so people can actually just sit through the video without getting bored or anything. I like to keep it entertaining. So I
Yeah.
think probably 2, 3 more videos. I think Tommy's story will be over.
Cool. Yeah, it's kind of like the hot thing in town right now, I guess you would say. The whole MC thing, even though I guess Like currently, it's probably about done, just judging from Def Channel and everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people still alive from the MC, but I think the MC as a group is probably gone now. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's not like, yeah, I mean, and it's pretty successful to even have a group that long and we that remain, honestly, because it always seems like once a group kind of sprouts up and kind of becomes like the talk of the town, seems like it usually ends pretty quick for them. But seems like the MC guys kind of hung around a little bit.
yeah, I mean, we could have played it safe, not been as bad to people as we were, and just you know, ridden it out a bit longer. Probably, I'd probably be alive for now if we did that. But then
Hmm.
again, would it really be as fun to play the characters?
Right.
The way we played them, I feel, well, we may not have lived that long, me at least. I think I definitely made an impact, and that matters a lot more to me than just sticking around as an irrelevant character.
Yeah. Kind of like some groups, man, they get that mentality where they kind of play like house and like to,
They
you
play it
know,
too safe.
yeah, they like to hug
You gotta
the
have a little bit of
hug that
risk.
base. Yeah. I remember being in Vanguard, and some days I would just get on and like stand on the guard tower for like 4 hours.
Yeah, Vanguard. Yeesh.
Yeah,
Those
that's a
were the
fishing pole,
times.
Michael. That's a fishing pole on my back. Also, you can hit zombies with it too. Yeah, you get a lot of that mentality. A lot of people like to hug the base walls, so it's good to see a group that kind of goes out and about, takes the risks, and
Yeah, of course. It's
yeah,
what the
create some
server needs, and
stories.
sometimes, I mean,
Hmm.
we wanted to make it a little bit of a not danger because the bikers weren't a threat to innocent people, but like we wanted to make it so they're a group that you specifically don't want to fuck with. Like we
Hmm.
won't come after you for nothing, but if you do something to us, you're already done.
Yeah, that was the
I think we
impression.
accomplished that pretty well.
That was the impression that I got in game from you guys. It was like they're probably not gonna
Yeah,
go out of their way to kill you unless you really like piss them off or something.
exactly. The bikers were a brotherhood. They weren't just some motorcycle club of strangers. They if you fucked with one of the members, you fucked with all of the members, and that's why, a lot of people ended up getting. We got this reputation about us because you hit one of us, all of us are on you. In the next couple of minutes, you're done.
Hmm. That little that video, I can't remember which one it was, but it kind of did it. I guess it was the first video for the MC, but it had like a cool introduction where it listed all the characters and had like a cool
Yeah.
voiceover narration. Because, like you said, there's videos where you can post like 30 minutes of somebody just kind of talking unedited, but when you show stuff like that and you see that like wow somebody really put some work into this, it's kind of like watching a movie or TV show. It just kind of sucks you in.
Yeah, I mean,
So you do a really good job with that.
yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, try your best.
Yeah.
You gotta see it through. I mean, I got definitely got I got bored a little bit of playing Tommy towards the end. I will say, because like not an insane amount was happening, but that happens with characters. Like we talked about. Sometimes you just get a bit bored, get a bit burnt out, and you eventually get back with them and make some stories.
Yeah. No, for sure. Um. See, I'm gonna do a few more things from the chat, and then
Sure.
yeah, and then probably wrap it up. If that's cool with you.
Yeah, man, it's just been a good time, honestly.
Sweet.
Had fun talking.
Yeah, no, man. Thanks for coming. So I love
Mm,
I can I gotta run some errands, but no, I can talk about. I love talking about people's characters and Daisy, and it's nice to get a perspective too from the guy handling the character. You know.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate being here, man. It's
Yeah.
uh, it's good.
K98 says, "Remember the 3 hour movie?"
Oh, yeah. Um, Back in Bastion, before I started doing like episodes of shit like series, I did this movie, a DayZ movie based off of one of my characters in Bastion, and I tried like it wasn't unedited footage; it was all edited. It's just I had so much stuff in there that ended up being like 2 hours and 50 minutes long.
Like, damn. So you just put like a whole like season of episodes or something into like one
Yeah,
little.
yeah, it was like one big season, I guess,
Yeah.
and it took a shitload of time to make. I'll tell you that, man. It was a lot, but it was cool. I enjoyed doing it.
Did you
And
check? Do you check like the duration or like how long people have watched stuff like that or?
yeah, I do. I never really used to do it back then, but I do it mo occasionally now, and I use that to help me sort of get the gist of what people like about it and what people don't like. And I
Mm,
try to tailor it to that, make it better. Just always trying to improve, make it easier for people to digest, watch, and yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you got to be real clever now because it seems like a lot of people's attention spans have been shortened with TikTok and short clip stuff. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
you got to put like a
I'll see a DayZ without a main clip, and I'll click on it, and I admit myself, some clips I can't really watch all the way through. I just get a bit bored. I think that's, you know, that's what I think about when I'm making my videos. Like I
yeah,
always watch them back once before I post it, just like check for mistakes and shit. But I also like, while I'm watching it, I think, is this, am I getting bored during this? Am I engaged? Like, would I
hmm,
watch this?
exactly, exactly. So I love that narration introduction because it was like video was it was good, but like it wasn't just like all shooting and it didn't have action in it really, but it was still
Hmm.
kept you like oh man this is I want to see
Yeah,
how this plays out.
yeah, man, of course.
Let's see, you do like one or two more. Michael says technically you are your own main character. Yeah, it's true. Um, Michael Pat says please discuss Bear's main character syndrome.
Yes. Um, so, you know, I, uh, I think the
Do you
past
think
couple
you
iterations,
Yeah. Do you
I've,
think you have that or
I mean, past couple iterations, I've definitely played characters that were at the forefront of most stories. But, I like to get involved with things, I like
mm,
to, I don't just like standing there in the background doing nothing. I like to get things moving, when other people don't.
yeah.
So that's fair enough. I mean, like the characters that I've been doing recently, I try to sort of stick to the sidelines, I guess. But the main thing is just past couple iterations. When I notice that people aren't doing something, I try to do that so that it creates something.
Like get a little buzz going.
Exactly, stop it from getting stale.
Yeah. Also, do you think if you have a character that has some like layers of depth and is exciting, does it just kind of naturally come off? Is that like main character look style? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. You don't go into a character thinking, oh, I'm gonna be hot shit around here. I'm gonna be the
Yeah.
guy. It's sort of just like you go into it, and I mean, in No Man's Land, my character's a car. I just started off as like a prisoner inside of a prison, and I didn't intend to be anything greater than that. But then,
Right.
you join a community and, you work your way up the ranks and shit like that. And, eventually then you're at the top, I guess.
Hmm.
And, I try to play it as well as I can. But,
So you're not
yeah,
consciously like thinking, I'm just gonna like be a side or be a main, or yeah,
I
do you
think that's
see it?
a bad way of thinking of it, just going to be like, oh, I'm going to be the side character, I'm going to be the villain, or I'm going to
Yeah.
be the hero. That's not really a good way of thinking about it. You
Mm.
just got to go with the story, go with
Yeah.
what your character would do, and don't stray away from that.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it just hurts the story in the process.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Um, I think somebody that wanted to be a main character might intentionally run towards gunshots. Maybe. I don't know. I
Mm,
might be overthinking that.
maybe.
I don't know. For people that don't value, I don't even really know
Yeah.
what that means, to be honest.
Some people think they have plot armor, but in the end it turns
Yeah.
out they don't.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think once, maybe first time role players might have that. Once they figure out, oh yeah,
Hmm.
you can get killed pretty quick for
Yeah.
saying for just saying stuff. Yeah. But yeah, K98 says, "Oh, he does, but he plays it well." Um, yeah, man, you're a good role player, and
Appreciate that, man.
yeah,
Just try
man.
my best. Yes.
Since Kenny to that dude you had in Cherno when we had the bar, the McCarthy bar.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Philip, I think his name was.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Philip was good too. Yeah, man, you've had a lot of good characters. I've only been around like two or three of them though. Just it's because the map is so big. Like Mother or not the diver or driver. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
actually met her in game for the first time like a week ago. I was like, wow, that only took 2 years. So
I think when it comes to, role playing ability, it's just anybody can do it. It's just all about you. You just got to keep improving, finding out what you're good at, what you're not
hmm
good at, and just go from there. It's just always think about the story that you're making because anybody can do it. You just have to, put your mind to it, get in the mind of who you're playing, think about what they think about, do what they do, say what they say. Remove yourself from the character.
yeah, and that's when it becomes fun too. I think.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah, and you can't take everything too personally too. It's another thing. You gotta um, first time role players.
Hmm.
But yeah, man. Thank you so much, bro. Coming on that We podcast.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me. Appreciate
Yeah,
being
man.
here.
Yeah, man. I can't. And what's your YouTube channel name?
Um, it is Daisy Bear.
Gotcha. And you can just see that in media and promotions. I
Yeah,
can't
you can
wait.
find all my videos there.
Just out of curiosity, you got an idea of when the next MCU video is gonna be?
Um, well, I'm halfway through editing the next one now, so probably the next couple of days, maybe, next 2, 3 days, it'll be uploaded.
Sweet. All right, man. Can't wait to see what happens. I mean, I know how it ends, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's but it's kind of like that's the only bad thing about that. You already got the spoilers, but it's fun to see how it plays out, though. But all right, thanks, man.
Hey, man. I'll see you around. Good talk. Have a good talk.
You too, bud.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shit. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the comments. It really helped the podcast. Thanks for the questions, your bear. Um, all right, guys. I'll see you later. We got Spectre, maybe later today. Depends. But yeah. All right. Bye, guys.